Hi everyone, my name is Shawna, in case you didn't know. My YouTube channel is Shawna and Luna. So there's Luna right there. Go ahead, take a look. There she is. Okay, so if you wondered, I am starting this YouTube channel to just bring a little light into the world when it's dark. So many of you this don't know, Luna, also right there. Keep looking. Sorry. Look right there. Due to this editing stuff, sorry. Okay, is my emotional support animal, and I have epilepsy. So if you don't know me, or you don't know that much about me, maybe you didn't know that. Okay, so epilepsy, what is it? It's a seizure disorder. Yay! I have seizures. It sucks. It really frickin' sucks. It sucks. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So here we go. Okay. In case you wondered, there's a lot of myths about epilepsy because people just guess because they don't really know. Especially about any disability, anything that, goes on weird in your brain. People just guess when they don't know. And movies don't help that. So I looked up on the internet some myths, and I'm going to describe it to you. Clap and we're back. Sorry, I just edited that out, but you guys didn't see it. I just had a cough attack. Ooh, okay. Myth number 1. Those of you who know sign language, this is the sign for number 1. Myth number 1. You don't know what's going on during a seizure. The person that's having the seizure doesn't know what's going on during a seizure. Okay, so everyone having seizures and epilepsy is different. There are 4 main types of seizures. We have 1, absent seizures. Absent seizures are seizures that aren't really seizures. They are seizures where you're staring into space. You are staring, you're zoned out. It's like you're daydreaming. Your brain is going, I'm having a seizure, but your body is just sitting there. Okay, next, myoclonic seizures. We love medical terms in the epilepsy world. Thank you. Myoclonic seizures. That's what I have. I have myoclonic epilepsy, in case you were wondering. But it basically means, your body's going to jerk around with you while you're awake, and you don't even get to pass out and forget about it or anything. These last only a couple seconds long. Your body jerks around, and it's like you're having a muscle jerk movement, and your brain kind of fricks you over, and it's not fun at all. And it's really stressful. And a lot of times, sometimes you can see things, like hallucinations. It's called an aura, a seizure aura, and it's not fun. Myth number 3. Oh, no, sorry. Same myth. Myth number 1. Seizure number 3. The tonic seizure. That is like when you stand up and you pass out. So, passing out. I've never had this type of seizure, but basically what happens is you pass out, but you don't shake, you don't jerk, and your body's still, but your brain is in a seizure. Some people have those seizures. I don't. Everyone has a different type of epilepsy. 4th kind of seizure, a grand mal seizure. That's the big whole shebang. Now, some people in different countries over in England, they call them fits. So here's what happens. And this has happened to me before, only when I'm completely off my meds. When I first got diagnosed with epilepsy, this would happen to me. And I wasn't taking any meds before when I first started. You pass out, you go unconscious, your body is rolling around on the ground, and sometimes you pee your pants. Awkward. Sometimes there's foam coming out of your mouth, your eyes blink, your arms shaking, everything's moving, and so yeah. not exactly super fun, but you know, those don't happen to me anymore because I'm on medication. Thank you, modern medicine. Next. Okay, so those are the 4 types of seizures. So the myth was, let's get back to the myth, you don't always know what's going on during a seizure. Like I said, with myoclonic seizures, yeah, my brain jerks around with me and my arms jerk around. Sometimes my eyes just twitch. But I do know what's going on, and unfortunately it is seizure activity, so no, I can't drive, can't do some things, but yes, it's still considered a seizure. They're called part seizures, partial seizures. So, myth number 2. You can swallow your tongue during a seizure. Okay, you cannot swallow your tongue. It's not possible. If you didn't have a tongue, it would be like an A-box on Hunger Games. So, no, you cannot swallow your tongue. Don't go shoving things into people's mouths if they have a seizure, because that's just going to choke them. No, you can't swallow your tongue. I don't care what people say. You cannot swallow your tongue. It's not humanly possible. Your tongue is attached. Thank you. Next. Myth number 3. When someone is having a seizure, you should move them. No. You should not move someone who's having a big seizure. If they are having a seizure, you can roll them on their side, but what you want to do is move the objects that are around them. Move the items out of their way. Don't move them out of the items' way, because if they hit their head, it can result in a concussion or something like that. So, no, don't move them. If possible, move other objects. But you can roll them on their side. Number 4. Oh, one of my favorites. It's contagious. Epilepsy is not contagious. You can't catch epilepsy. It is a brain condition, and it's been growing in my brain, and it's not contagious. You can't catch it. It's not a sickness. It's a disability. Here. Myth number 5. Your life is over. Meaning, you can't get a job, you can't do anything, you can't... I know for a fact, epilepsy does not mean your life is over. You know Harriet Tubman, the one you learn about in first grade in American history that led all those slaves? She had epilepsy. Yep, it's true. And I am a successful college student, and I will grow up to have a job, and you can drive if you're 6 months seizure-free, which some people just, take medicine and have their seizures controlled. Your life is not over if you have epilepsy. There are options. Myth number 6. And I know some of you think I'm doing 3, but this is actually sign language for 6. Ha, okay. Just take your meds, and it won't be a problem. Now, there are a lot of different seizure drugs out there, but they don't always work on completely controlling epilepsy. Plus, when you take meds, you get a lot of different dangerous side effects. So, I do take my meds, but I still have seizures sometimes. Luckily, I don't have huge grand mal seizures anymore. Myth number 7. Epilepsy is rare. Epilepsy is not rare. People think epilepsy is rare, but it's really not. A lot of people that have other conditions like autism and Down syndrome have epilepsy along with it. Myth number 8. I am so sorry about this one, but I have to say it. You cannot die from a seizure. Okay. I'm going to explain this. When you are having a seizure, if you have a seizure and pass out, if you have epilepsy, it is not an emergency because seizures happen when you have epilepsy. But if you have a seizure for more than 5 minutes, it becomes an emergency. If you are with someone who is having a seizure, time them. If it is longer than 5 minutes, call 911 immediately. If you are stuck in a seizure, you can die. It will be fatal. So please call 911 if someone is stuck in a seizure. Thank you. Myth number 9. There's physical limitations to epilepsy. This is not true. As long as you take your medication and your seizures are well controlled, you can do everything a normal person can. Everyone has different seizure triggers. Some people can handle the flashing lights, laser tag, anything like that. As long as your seizures are controlled with medicine, you can do everything a normal person can do. And I shouldn't even say normal person, because what is normal anyway? People with epilepsy live healthy lives. Normal, healthy, normal lives. Thank you. I'm saying thank you after every one of these. Okay. Myth number 10. People with epilepsy can't handle responsibility and stress. It is true that people with some seizures, that stress can be a trigger sometimes. Stress is my biggest seizure trigger. But with meds, with stress management, with different things, epileptic people can handle responsibility and stress. I go to counseling, I take medication, and I can handle responsibility. I can handle stress. I just like to do things that are stress-free, but nobody likes stress, of course, but I can handle it. Myth number 11. Only kids can get epilepsy. False. When I say kids, I mean babies, kids, anybody of any age can get epilepsy. People of every age get diagnosed with epilepsy. I was not born with epilepsy. I was diagnosed with epilepsy when I was 10 years old. When I was young, a young child, I never had seizures. I did not take medication. When I got 10 years old, started progressing, hit around puberty, I started having jerking movements, didn't know what was going on, went to the doctor, and I got epilepsy. Some people, when they get it in their tween years, grow out of it. I, however, have not grown out of mine, and the doctors say now I am never going to grow out of mine. But some people grow out of it. Some people get it in their adult life. Even people into their 60s can get it. You can get it at any age. Epilepsy does not care about your age. The only thing it cares about is that you have a brain in your head, and everybody has a brain in their head or they're not alive. Thank you. And last one, myth number 12. Hold the person having a seizure down. That is a myth. Do not hold them down. Move things. You can move things out of their way so they don't hit their head on anything. You can maybe put a pillow, maybe, clear things out of the way. But you don't want to restrain. Never restrain a person having a seizure. It is not good. You never want to restrain a person having a seizure. Trust that they will come out of the seizure eventually. But if they don't, and it's been 5 minutes, call 911. That is all I have for you guys today as far as myths. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you liked it, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. And go ahead and like. And I'm going to show you my emotional support cat one more time. There she is right there. If you want to see her in... Oh, no, other side. Oh, the camera's flipped, so it's weird. No, okay, this way. There, okay. And you want to see a live action photo? Here she goes, she's going to be mad, bud. Live action, there she is. All right, bye. And